After Biden plans to use emergency powers against oil companies, Democrats call to restrict those powers. Joe Biden continues to avoid blame for the gas crisis. He blamed Putin, despite the problem starting long before the Ukrainian crisis. And he's also blaming oil companies, which he has prevented from drilling on federal land. He even sent them a letter, threatening to use his emergency powers to punish them. From the Western Journal. A letter dated Wednesday was sent to major oil companies warning them that if they do not increase gasoline flow to the pumps, he could force them to do so. My administration is prepared to use all reasonable and appropriate federal government tools and emergency authorities to increase refinery capacity and output in the near term, and to ensure that every region of this country is appropriately supplied, Biden wrote. All reasonable tools, except opening up federal land for drilling. Soon after Biden made this boast, Democrats writing for The Hill made this demand. From The Hill. Congressional Democrats and Republicans have united behind the need to reform the National Emergencies Act, a law that is ripe for abuse in the hands of a would-be autocrat. As former members of Congress and of the executive branch, we call on President Biden to make good on his pledge to strengthen democracy and endorse this critical measure. Joe Biden threatened to use his emergency powers to coerce oil companies into producing more oil. Odd, huh? Biden loves using the National Emergencies Act to force his agenda, outside the approval of Congress or the courts. And, at the same time, Democrats are demanding changes to the very law that gives Joe this power. It is possible these Democrats are really doing this to limit Biden's influence. After all, if he goes off the deep end, some more, it could hurt their 2022 and 2024 chances. So, are they pushing a change to this law because of Trump or Biden?